worked at least that far. Are you on? Can you jump on YouTube and see if you can't see the stream? If you know what I mean, because you shouldn't. Like, you're not subbed, are you? See if you can. See if it shows if I'm live and limited or doesn't show anything.
What's the channel?
Retro 6. I think it's Retro 6. Yeah, just YouTube/Retro 6, and then see if you shouldn't be able to see the live, basically.
Yeah, I can see it. But only I can't message. Can't type.
What, you can still see the stream?
Yeah.
I've limited it to.
It says only members of this channel can send messages.
I wonder if that's just
Members
how.
only mode is on.
Yeah, so I wonder if that's how it works then. Like, people can view, but. I could have sworn it had limit to. Or, well, we'll soon find out when people join anyway. We can ask them if they're members, basically. But it looks. Oh, mind you, they won't be able to chat, will they? So. It might just be that anyone can watch it and only members can chat then, by the looks of it. I don't know. I'll maybe go on a private. I'll go on a private browser, see if it pops up. Try and open up a in private browser as well on YouTube.
You think?
Yeah, members only mode on. Only members of the channel can send messages, so it still lets anyone view, doesn't it? I wonder if that's not a problem for the first one, but I presume we can limit that. Hey, welcome in. Yeah, we're. I think anyone can view this. I'm pretty sure. I've just been on a in private browser, so anyone for now can view this stream. But we've enabled members only chat. I'll have a look after, like, try and figure out why. You know, I can't limit the visibility. I presume we can. I presume there'll be a way to limit the streams properly. Twitch, I've got to do 90 streams though before I can do that. And YouTube, I should be able to just limit it. So whether I've done it wrong, I don't know. But obviously, only members can chat on this one, so we might as well carry on with it for now. And then I'll try and limit the views after. The pie is I'm in the middle of just RGH in this Xbox. I might as well finish it off while we wait for a few more people join. Yep, seems like every chat so far is a member and popping up, so that seems to be working. You might as well just, like I say, watch me finish RGH in this Xbox, I guess, while we give it probably, don't know, 5 minutes, let everybody join that's a member, and then we'll crack on planning. We're only really planning what we're doing for the next ones anyway, getting some schedules in. Right, this is ready, I think. I think this is glitched, but yeah, so I've got the cell glitch at the minute, and I've already got the keys, so I don't need to do anything on that. Turn that off a minute. I need to build it. What am I blowing up today? Hopefully not this Xbox. Well, I'm just carrying on working at the minute, but we've got quite a few people in already. Like a few of the members. Is it worth, do you think, overlaying? Well, I suppose we're going to say overlaying Discord chat, but probably not, because obviously the only chat that's going to show up is members, so I think we can just use the actual chat in here to go through stuff. The goal of this one, I've just got an hour today. It's just to make sure everything's working. It's as well, we don't want to do too long because this stream is also viewable at the minute by everybody on YouTube and Twitch. I haven't limited it right on YouTube, so I'll figure that out on the next one basically as well. But only members can talk, so we're fine on that. I guess the first question is everybody that's on at the minute anyway, is we want to figure out the best times for streaming. So obviously we've got people in Australia, which is going to be the most difficult because it'll be late on, like 6, 7 o'clock at night for me. Early mornings is the easiest for me, so sort of 3, 4, 5, 6, doesn't really matter. Early mornings I can do any time, but based on UK time we need kind of a little poll in a sense to pick the best time. So I'd say 5 or 6 in the morning, or between 4 and 5 at night are the two easy ones at the minute for me. So just let me know which ones you're thinking work best for you out of them two, and then we'll probably bounce between doing a few different, I'll do a few streams in the morning I think, and a few at night depending on, so some people that can't make it in the mornings can make it at the night ones and just rotate it around a bit I think. This is an Xbox 360 that I'm just in the middle of. Let me pull this up a minute. Oh, wrong button. There we go. I'm just hacking this Xbox basically. I've just got the keys. I've got a photo on my phone of the keys so I can type it in. Big long CPU key. Right, so we read the NAND in. I've got to remember what I'm doing as well. Yeah, got the red wire definitely. So yeah, just let me know what times you guys think best. 10.5, 11 hours ahead over there. Yeah, it's we definitely need to pick the time as the main thing at the minute, figuring out when we come online basically. The Horus Heresy, the Warhammer stuff, I haven't done any in a while to be honest. Not glued to another coffee, I think I've only just had one. But yeah, I will be making one right after this. Let me just try to remember where I was at on this. Xbox 360 as well. Right, yeah, I think all I've done is right. I had some issues with this one. I had to put you see the little post rebuild down there. I think I was up to the point of just putting the CPU key in. This time works good. Yeah, I think UK people, this would be a good time, like 4 o'clock-ish. I know early morning's good for the US and probably maybe Australia, can't remember. So that, like, my idea would be like, say, like 5, 6 in the morning, or this time at night, doing like 1 to 2 hours at a time. I think we'll probably start with that until more people join and complain that they can't see or they want a different time anyway. I think if there's not many objections, we'll go with them 2 times anyway. That's me thinking. 9A40 76 7518 FB E2 400 F5F. There we go. Yeah, I could plug the Ethernet in, but then it's probably about as much work to do that and then open up Unify, get the IP address, click the button, than it is to type it in. 5 or 6 a.m. you're in bed. See, obviously all these will be on the VODs anyway as well, but the whole point of the members stuff is that there's a bit more interaction. Oh, thanks Big Bro for the Rusty treat, that is. I knew before you even popped it up that would be for Rusty. So he'll get that spent on him tomorrow. Yeah, I got typing the IP, but I don't know the IP. So if I plug the Ethernet cable in, I've then got to open up Unify, sign into the admin, click devices, filter by uptime, find the latest uptime, get the key, and then type the IP. Oh, you don't need to type anything, it just automatically comes on. Really? It's like got natural discovery. I'll do that next time then. I've got an Ethernet. Well, yeah, I did have an Ethernet sitting down there, so I can do that next time. 5 a.m. in the UK is midnight, 1 a.m. in New York. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's going to be difficult time-wise. I think we'll just do the whole, this time, and what I'll do is probably do a few sub-onlys at, probably tomorrow morning, 5, 6 in the morning. Do another one at this time again, and just see how many people join. That's how we'll probably gauge it as well. See how many people we get in on each time, and then we can always work around it. So I guess the first thing will be as well is what do we want to... I can schedule them in now. So days-wise, probably Tuesdays. Do we want to do Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and a weekend, or do we want to do... Tuesday, Friday? I want to do probably at least 2 a week on the sub-onlys. I don't know if they do 2 days in a row. Do you think 2 days in a row, or split them out? So a Tuesday and then a Friday, or a Tuesday and a Saturday, or do we want to do Tuesday, Wednesday, and kind of group them together so we get more done? We can, yeah, all the vids will be on YouTube. So what I'll do is I'll make a playlist in YouTube and put it as, sub-only streams, and then I'll add it to that playlist, and if you're subbed, you'll be able to see them indefinitely. They should save and be, permanently there, basically. And yeah, I think it's got to work for me anyway as well. If I've got to do 7 at night, it's not going to work great for a lot of the time, because that's time when I've worked usually from early morning till then, and I don't want to carry on after that. Whereas I can wake up at any time, no matter. The early mornings won't bother me at all. So I think obviously there's also Discord as well. Everybody in here, if you've got Discord, or if you haven't got Discord yet, you can just sign up to discord.gg/retro6 and then link your YouTube or Twitch to Discord, and you get invited to the elite members. So we can always go back and forward with an actual working poll or ideas in there for times to solidify them. Right, so I have so time wise again, do we want to do 2 days in a row, or do we want to split them up a bit? And then I'll book some in now on YouTube. I don't know that I can book them in while we're live actually. Let's try open another tab. Create, go live. Is that going to tell me I'm already live? It probably will. Go live, manage. Yeah, I can schedule them in. So I'll click schedule now. We will do a new one, and where do we put the time in? I forget. At the end, isn't it? Right, so I'll just put... Well, actually, what's the next one going to be, I guess? What do we want to see? Do we want to... go through some equipment and tutorials, soldering, using equipment like oscilloscopes, hot airs, or do we want to get into diagnostics, like showing you how to repair Game Boys, Game Gears, talking through that. There's schematics, hardware design, Probably want to pick one thing to start on, do a good few videos on that, and then move on to the other topics. Yeah, I think the equipment's probably a good start, like you say. I guess there's no point teaching people how to do something if they haven't seen what the equipment is in the first place. So probably just like an overall, go over the whole bench, all the setup, what I've got, what it's used for on the next one. Do that maybe tomorrow. Might do tomorrow in the morning, I guess. Friday. Yeah, I'll do an early Friday, so I'll book it in for, say 6:30, be a bit late. I might be on earlier, but I'll book it in for 6:30 tomorrow. And then at least it's not one that needs too much feedback as well, so the people that can't make it on the early morning, you're not going to miss much about me going over stuff. And you can always ask, obviously, in Discord after. So, Retro 6 equipment overview, and I presume you guys get emails when I'm doing this as well. When I schedule these in, I presume you're going to get like a pop-up that says I've scheduled them in. So let me just put going over all the equipment I use for retro repairs. No thumbnails, don't think we need that. Playlists, new playlist. Right, I'll make a new playlist now. So we'll call this sub only, or shall we call it? Yeah, I'll just call it for now sub only. We'll just keep the playlist simple for now. Sub only. This will be sub only videos, and then if we start doing more and getting into certain topics, we can really narrow. Like, say we're going kind of heavy into electronic design, we might make a playlist called like sub only, hardware design or something like that. But for now, I will just make a general one called sub only. Create that playlist. This is all in YouTube, by the way, as well as playlist. I'll figure out Twitch after. I've got no idea how Twitch works really, so I'll figure out the Twitch stuff after the stream and do the same over there. Schedule stuff in. Yeah, the Ballers playlist. We could actually do that. People will be wanting to join then. Yeah, good idea with the equipment on budget and good. Luckily, I've got both. I've got like pretty much most equipment from cheap to expensive as well. So we can go over both. Yeah, that's hopefully the kind of point of the members, isn't it? Like, everybody in here now is probably dedicated to, wanting to do this anyway. That's the point of why you've kind of joined and subbed, is that you want to, and you also usually have a bit of knowledge as well. So yeah, I think it's more, even though there's not going to be as many people, we'll have a lot more interaction and a lot more focus on what we want to do, because everybody's heavily invested in what it is we're doing. So I think it'll work good. We have everything in, right? Members, and then on YouTube it pops up to limit to certain member groups. So I've got 3 like tiers on YouTube, mainly to just show you support. So the top tier is Rusty's Fan Club. I think if it grows and becomes too many people, or you can't really have too many people, but if it grows, the idea was the cheaper subs were for having things like being able to chat in stream, because that'll eventually get limited the more people we get. And then the higher tiers were for these sub-onlys. So like the Rusty's Fan Club was going to be the only one that could see live streams, but for now the sub-only streams are anybody that supports the channel while we're, nice and small. Right, so we've got members only tomorrow 21st, and I'm going to do it at, and like I say, I'll probably be on, depends, I usually wake up 5:30ish, but this morning I woke up at like 3 o'clock, so I'm going to put it for 6:30, which is very likely the latest I'd be on, but I'll probably be on around 6. We'll see what happens. Depends how much I have to get done when I get up. So that should be, in a minute, that should schedule a stream. So do you guys let me know if you get this email of a stream being scheduled, I guess. your members live stream has been created. Now I've got one saying every duplicate stream key. I presume that's just because I've got a stream running, but I presume if I go back to schedule, it'll be in there. Yeah, so that's scheduled in by the looks of it for upcoming, and this one I think is still live, so that looks like it's worked. Yeah, soldering, that would be, I can definitely do the soldering stuff as well. And obviously there's a load of different ways of soldering. There's loads of different techniques, so it'd be good to go through it. Eventually we could have, I think we said as well, you could maybe overlay other people's videos if we almost wanted to do like a session where people show their videos of them working, or you know, they want to almost do a dual stream to kind of help them out. We could always try and arrange that as well. I think I can do some kind of dual stream thing on the sub-onlys as well, so that'd be quite cool. I can hear Rusty barking for that. That's definitely barking for his tea. 4:30, well, 4:20. Do that with Discord? Yeah, we possibly could. The best one for that would be things like if we were showing you how to solder. If I can see you soldering, even if you recorded a pre-recorded video, say you've got issues with soldering, just record yourself soldering like a close-up, or show me what you're struggling with, and I can, you know, watch the video on stream and guide you through what it is that's wrong, or what can be improved, or you know, the techniques I'd use. That'd be quite a good one, kind of. Posting stuff in advance in Discord, saying this is what you want help with on the streams, and we can always jump on and do like little scheduled ones for that. That'd be a good idea. Yeah, bring in the video chat as well. Yeah, we could do. We wouldn't want too many. We'd want really, if we're going to have video chat back and forward, you almost want like a podcast, just like a one or two people, you know, at a time. So obviously, for those that wanted to join, that's actually a really good idea. What if we had like a couple of people that jumped on as voiceover, you know, video, and we have like a little mini podcast at the same time. That's actually a really good idea, because it's, as well as me just talking to myself and nobody talking back, we can have at least one other person talking, and we're both reading the chat, and it's like a bit more interactive. That's a really good idea. For that, we'd have to make sure both of us are available, whoever does it at the time, or 2 or 3. I think like 3 is the limit. I think if we had 2 other people, that would probably be the best, really. I think more than that is going to be a bit overkill. Yeah, for the skills, there's loads we can go through as well. I think most people, it'll be the physical repairs and what we do, and then a lot of the repair sort of knowledge though comes from the fact that if you make the circuits and if you understand the circuits, that's where you'll gain more knowledge. So even if you don't want to make PCBs and things, if you understand how, say we make a voltage regulator circuit or a backlight circuit, and you've made it and designed it, then when you're looking at other circuit boards, you kind of know exactly what would typically be there or what would happen and how it would work, and that'll lead into being able to repair things better, just having that background. Yeah, you should. I presume you'd get an email of the schedule. I think I've only done it on YouTube at the minute. I haven't scheduled Twitch. I can try Twitch now. I literally don't know how to make a schedule on Twitch. I'm sure Big Bro can talk me through that, because I've got no ideas. Let me see if I can find anything. Creators dashboard, I presume it is. Stream manager, sounds about right. Surely it's going to be in stream manager somewhere. Content, video. I'm in stream manager. I kind of want to say that's where it'll be. Edit stream info, clip, right. Now this is the active stream. Video producer collections. Not seen anything pop up. Go to creator dashboard, navigate to settings, channel schedule. Right, I'm in creator dashboard. Settings, channel schedule. There we go. Add stream. Time zone is localized. Yeah, that's fine. Schedule. There we go. Right, so let me clone the stream I've just made, which was called Retro 6 Equipment Overview. Overview. Category doesn't matter. Put it in just chatting for now. Time 6:30 for probably 2 hours at least, I'd say. Depends on what I might do. Is if there's not many people in tomorrow, we can always drop off and go to like a full stream. But if there's enough people, we'll do the 2 hours. Repeats for now. Specific day. Tomorrow. Right, so that was actually easier than YouTube. Click save. Right, so that's added in Twitch now, so let me know if you get emails on that, and if anybody's on YouTube, see if you got any emails of the schedule. How long am I on for? Not long today, probably another half hour. We're basically booking in all the future sub streams at the minute. We're doing one tomorrow at 6 in the morning, and then I'll probably do one over the weekend. I'll see. It depends what I've got to do at the weekend, but I'll probably jump on at some point, whether it's a sub only or not. But yeah, that's the goal of this one, is to schedule a few in. So we've got one for tomorrow for equipment, and then after the equipment, where do we want to go next? I know quite a few people have always said they want to learn the oscilloscope, so we could do Game Gear. We could jump on a Game Gear and kind of do showing you how to use an oscilloscope, or you could start more basic and just use, like, do we need sort of an overview of things like multimeters, soldering, bench power supplies, like simpler stuff, or are we all kind of already past that level? It's like, do we want to go over those level of details, or do you want to get a bit more complicated straight away? Right, so I think we can create the XE build on this as well. I forgot I was meant to be casually modding this Xbox in the background as well. And NAND initialize finished, that's all good. Right, so let's write NAND to this Xbox. Oh, got to query it still. Oh, Xbox isn't plugged in. Neither is the cable. Not going to get far without either of them. There we go. Press the boot button on the Pico. Console. Right, found it. Right, NAND. There we go. That's busy attacking that Xbox for us. Yeah, I think the scope is definitely one that people will want. But yeah, we'll start with the basics, then we'll go through. I'll probably book in one then for. Tuesday will be the next guaranteed one. The weekend I think I'll keep casual and maybe just do a normal stream. Otherwise we're going to have no normal streams going. But I'll book the next one for Tuesday. Create new, and we'll do I guess multimeter and soldering maybe, or shall we split it? Do we do no, I think multimeter and bench power, because they kind of go hand in hand. We can do a few tests with them. Yeah, so we'll do like multimeter and bench power supplies. copy that title. Playlist. Of course, why is a playlist not appeared? Let me refresh that page. YouTube's good. I added a playlist. Now I've come to add another one back, and apparently that isn't even a playlist. Let's do new one. Create new. There we go. Refreshed. Sub only. Using the vital electronics equipment. I don't think I really need as such too. Yeah, it looks like it's successful. Yeah, I don't really need to put a description as such, but that's one in. Members only. Public Tuesday is 25th, and then I think the Tuesday one I'll do at the 4. Let's do the 4:30, so that it's a little bit later for people that want it to be, 5, 6 o'clock. I think a lot more people want it to be later in the evening, so I'll go for the 4:30. Yeah, we can do Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll do Tuesday and Wednesday going forward for now for the sub-only streams, and keep it at that. We've obviously got one for tomorrow. I'll do tomorrow's because obviously we're past that, and then we'll do Tuesday, Wednesday, and we'll book in a few. So that one is Tuesday at 4:30. So I'll probably do like Tuesday 4:30 and Wednesday 6:30 in the morning. So we'll just go with that for now. Keep it simple, and then see how that goes. So you've got an afternoon one on a Tuesday and an early morning one on a Wednesday for now. Right, so you should get an... Oh, did anybody on... I think most people are on Twitch, to be honest. Did anybody get the emails on YouTube yet for the schedules or not? Yeah, that's what we're going for at the minute. Yeah, we'll do both of them. So Tuesday 4:30, Wednesday 6:30 is the current idea and plan. So 4:30 for... We'll probably film 2 hours as average for now, see where we get with them. And I'm going to do... I can schedule them regular soon, but I'm just going to put them as specific titles for now and one-offs. So Tuesday 25th. Save. That's that one. Yeah, so nobody's getting schedules on either, I don't think. I don't know whether on YouTube you have to kind of... The whole click the bell bullshit as well, where you've got to sub and click a bell and enable notification. All the stuff that people always say on the streams you've got to do. I don't know whether you've got to go to the homepage of YouTube, Retro 6, and like enable all that crap. For Twitch, I've genuinely got no idea. I presume again, go to maybe the dashboard of it and see if there's some ways to say that you want to be notified. Maybe, I don't know. I am by no means a Twitch expert. And yeah, actually that's a point. I think there might be a schedule just on the homepage of YouTube. Let me see if I can see it myself. See, when you own the channel as well, it doesn't really show you the same as others. Yeah, it just shows up on youtube.com/retro6/streams. It shows all the schedule there. And it actually says members only as well. Apparently I didn't limit the other one to members only. The second one, let me edit that. Members only, publish, there we go. Yeah, so it shows. I can just pull this up over here. So I've got that on stream. There we go. So if you go to just on the YouTube, click live, and then it shows the upcoming ones here. So, oh yeah, and then Twitch must be the same. Cool. So that works. So we've got the multimeter and the bench on Tuesday. What else do we do next? Probably do we want to do soldering or... we've got things like electronic loads, which are not that useful unless you're building hardware, really. So electronic loads are useful to show off, but only if you're going to be making stuff. So maybe we just don't cover that until there's some use case for it. We have thermal cameras. There's not much to cover. You hover over and use them. Hot air guns is a good one. Do we want to go over hot air? How to, reflow specific chips as well. So the difference between, QFNs, SMDs, removing caps. There's different techniques for all kinds of things. So maybe hot air, I think. So unless anybody thinks no, I'm going to add that, I think, for the next one. Yeah, how to mount the VDP, thanks. That's but it's true though. I could show you how to do that. And if you watch the stream from 2 days ago, you can see how to blow a CPU up as well. Let's do new. Right, so this will be. Don't know what shall we put. How to kill things with hot air. Killing stuff with hot air. Playlist, sub only. I definitely prefer Twitch's scheduling. YouTube scheduling is like 4 pages, and one of the pages you select members for who can send messages, and then you get to another page and you forget to change the visibility then specifically to members, which is probably what I did with this stream, because this stream is viewable technically by anyone. You just can't chat unless you're a sub. But I'm sure I did it right. I'm sure this stream was meant to be members only, but we'll see. We'll see tomorrow. See if it does the same thing. Right, Wednesday. What did I say? 6:30 in the morning, wasn't it? 6:30 Wednesday. Done. Oh, that's a good point as well. Trace repairs, definitely a dedicated one. Eligible members with notifications turned on will be notified. Didn't say that before. Moderators who aren't members. So why is that the only one? I probably shouldn't show you the screen though, because I think it's got like stream keys on that you're not going to see. But I've scheduled that one, and it's actually said that you're going to be notified, which none of the others I've made did that. So see if you get an email for that. Oh, we got the jokes rolling in now. You should see the stream title as well. I'll book it in on Twitch now. Add stream. Paste in 6:30 AM. 2 hours. Specific date. 26th. Save. I think that's it. Oh yeah, because Twitch. I was about to say, where am I selecting members only? But Twitch, I've got to do those whole 90 streams until we can limit it to just members, basically. Yeah, I know, it's like as if, and I hate these things as well. I keep saying I keep buying them. I just like the cans. If the cans were shit, I wouldn't buy them. But I genuinely just like the cans. I don't even like the drink, and this is the 3rd time I've brought them. Right, let me see if this Xbox works now. I think I've done everything I need to. I think we should just be able to boot. Yeah, I think so. So we shouldn't need that. Trace repair, I think we'll definitely do. I'll book that in as the next one. Remind me in a minute. Let me just see. Right, power cycle. Once you write the NAND, I always power cycle before turning on, just because I've seen it before where it doesn't boot otherwise. Yeah, there we go. Hacked Xbox 360. Oh yeah, he literally probably is. That's how ridiculous TikTok is with the bans. Right, so looks nothing, but that's now hacked, so I can put like Aurora on and stuff. Oh yeah, that's not the one thing I've learned to not do, just because I bricked one before. Don't pull the plug on these things, like when you've hacked them. Whether it's coincidence or not, I've seen this kill one of the Xboxes. So turn them off, wait for the light to go off, and still wait for a little while. Like for the fan to stop spinning, and then another 10 seconds before you unplug. There we go. And funnily enough, Ghost has done a lot more of these than me. Other than Aurora, would you recommend anything else? Putting Aurora dashboard on, or is that still pretty much the most, common and up-to-date one to do now? And I don't know whether I've sold this with, I don't think I've sold it with anything else. I think it's just the dashboard, but I might be wrong. Yeah, it'll boot without the Pico, with the Pico on rather, because it just does, basically, the way it doesn't load down the lines. So yeah, I thought that at first. And I think even in the guide I wrote, I say, don't remove this first, but it works fine. It might not work on all versions, like there might be obviously different versions, but this is that thingy. By the way, going slightly off topic, look at this awesome job. This is not the best way of doing it. Look at that pile of shit. So this is the postfix adapter. All you've got to do is get on a pin inside the CPU. There's like a ball under the CPU here that this pins into. But this is really poorly aligned. So I've had to cut all that bracket away. And really position it. And then Q-bond the living shit out of it so it doesn't move. So that's annoying. Like this. I'll probably just make one. These are terrible. I think whoever made them first, obviously Team Executor was it, did a good job, maybe. I don't know. And then these are now AliExpress jobbies, and they just don't line up good at all. Like, it looks like it's aligned now, but trust me, this took me like 20 minutes to get aligned. It's terrible. And then also the fact that there's no documentation, and I kind of forgot. I was like, I haven't done one in that long. I was like, where the hell do you solder to? Because then you've got the 3 posts, you've got obviously just retaining solder here, and I was just like, I couldn't remember for the life of me what to do with the post adapter because I hadn't done one in so long. But it's on, it's working, and I just wanted to Q-bond it in place so it doesn't move after. Start to finish mod series. It depends, like, as in modding. Are you thinking of modding consoles with things? Do you want to see that, or as in making mods? Because obviously, the idea will be we'll make some hardware as well. But there's also, I don't want to literally show you guys how to make the products I already make directly, in a sense, because that's what we sell. So we'd have to come up with new ideas for new products, like the PC Engine GT cartridge connector board, and maybe we could make some AMP stuff, but just got to be a little bit careful. I don't kind of teach you guys how to do exactly what I do, obviously, but I can show you how to make hardware as well. That's a big part of the topic. It's just, I wouldn't want to say go through, right, here's a Game Boy Advance and here's how you make all of our products. But we can certainly do, parts of it. Or are you thinking more like, say, just installing mods or repairing them? I think we could do like maybe, because one thing I was going to do originally I was thinking of doing like either a paid video series, maybe writing books, which I've done before, things like that for the paid content. Then we settled on this sub-only streams as a better option. But one of the things I was going to do was a series dedicated to, say, repairing the Game Boy original and going through every possible thing that could go wrong, how the whole console works, and how to fix most things. So really, I'd say maybe series on that. Is that an eyelash? That's probably my eyelash. Yeah, so installing and repairing mods and shipping. Yeah, I think like the general work and what we do, I think we'd probably focus on a console at a time. So maybe like a mini series on the GBA, showing you how to install, the amps, the batteries, the screens, talk through the console's design. So like, grabbing the GBA, going through all the components on the entire board. That's actually a really good idea, because then you can ask questions as we're going as well, kind of showing you the boards, and you can say, oh, what's this do? Why is that there? Show me this. And yeah, maybe focusing on specific consoles, and maybe do that before the hardware. I think that's probably a bit more, a lot more people would enjoy that. Like, the hardware's cool, like designing hardware, but but it's also going to be quite advanced, and I don't think necessarily everybody wants to make hardware. So maybe that's something we do further down the line, and we focus more on what I do, which is the repairs and the modding. I think that's a good idea. Let me schedule that other one. What did we say? Trace repair. We wanted to cover. Let me schedule one more in, and then we won't go too far ahead. We'll start doing the streams, and then we can make sure the schedule works. Otherwise, if I book all these in, then we decide we're going to change the times. We've gone a bit too far. So let me just do trace repair techniques. I'll put, and then we've done up to next Wednesday. So if I go next, members, next, members only. Right, so I'm going to book it in for Tuesday the 2nd December, but I better check with the missus because I've got a feeling. Why does the 2nd of December sound like there's something I'm doing? I don't know. Obviously, either way, if it does change, I'll message it on Discord and edit the schedule, so that won't be a big problem. Oh yeah, Ultimate 360 definitely. I've like I say not done too many. I've only done probably, I don't know, 10 maybe. I only offered them fairly recently when I got obviously a warehouse with quite a few spares, and I thought we might as well sell some. So I looked at modding them a bit, and we do actually. If I push them, we sell them. But it's like anything, I have to focus on certain things at a time, and then. It's like when I do a video on, I think I did a video, I must have done a video on a PS2 at some point, and now we've got 5 PS2s in, like maxed out, prestiges, full games library, everything. And then when people see me repair a Neo Geo, we'll then get a bunch of Neo Geos in. It's like, it literally goes in, whatever I show off, we sell. So probably if this was a normal stream and people were seeing me doing this, I'd probably get a few more sales for the 360s. Ultimate Xbox OG is definitely more up my street to start with because I want to build one for me. I've done a lot with them, so I know quite a bit about them. And also, there's a lot more that I haven't done with them. So everybody's got a preference on like mod chips, hard drive. Like one thing I don't like is the IDE cable. I think maybe we make something for that as well. Maybe a mini hardware design where we remake that stupid 80-pin IDE cable. Make it into a flex ribbon that connects better, and you can connect it in. The SSD, get rid of that massive hard drive bay, make a more modern one, put it under the DVD drive, and then you've got the right side free for airflow. I'll make the clean power for the Xbox OG, but that won't be on a sub thing, because that's a major product I'll be making. But yeah, I think an Xbox OG, that'd be quite cool to do, and maybe we'll pre-plan that and then we'll do one together, or we'll build one at the same time on streams, like build them in order and come up with an ultimate one using like drop project style now and use the other HDMI stuff, and go through how I normally build them, how you normally build them, and see the difference, because there's so many options with the Xbox originals. That's kind of the beauty of them. There's like everybody's got their own way of doing different mods on them, and I think it's still quite an active and growing scene as well. So by the time I've figured out all the stuff I now use, that's probably outdated. Like I use Lithium X for the dashboard. I was using Project Stella for the HDMI, but now we've found newer ones. The BIOS, I was just using Aladdin chips with SuBIOS on, but there's obviously OpenZenium and there's the Pico stuff. So it's like trying all them new things. There'd be plenty of stuff to try on that and do on that. So yeah, that's definitely a good one. But I do think we want to try and get, I think the whole getting somebody else on stream so we can have a more of a podcasty type thing will be really, like, I think that's going to be one of the main things on these. The sub-only chats will be awesome if we've got somebody else on stream. It just helps the banter as well. I think that'd be a really, like, to almost try and do it scheduled, so find a time that works for You know, somebody once a week on a Tuesday, somebody once a week on a Wednesday. That'd be wicked, and maybe rotate in and out. But yeah, I think that's definitely a good one. Tuesday was afternoon, wasn't it? 4:30. I nearly booked in for the wrong time. Tuesday afternoon, 2 hours. Let me check on YouTube first, make sure I'm booking that in right. Trace repair, 2nd of December, 4:30. Yeah, so Twitch save. Right, that's all the schedule I'm going to do for now in terms of how far forward I want to schedule in case things change. Just realised you've been staring at a Xbox 360 doing nothing there as well. Yeah, plus, like I say, with the Xbox original, I still want to make one for me. I made one for me twice, and every time I made one, I think Zach can build this now. Yeah, this can be lobbed back to Zach now to build. Every time I built an Xbox original, people, like, we've sold tons of them, to be honest. When I was doing videos on them, it was literally do a video, sell one, do a video, sell one, do a video, sell one. So I built one up myself, put it in the games room, then we sold a few, so I give it to the customers, and I've literally not got one. So I've got one of the translucent greens. It's not the Halo edition, but the translucent greens randomly go from £200 to then £800. They're always fluctuating. So I want to keep the translucent green I've got, mod that up for me, put the latest stuff in, max out the hard drive, obviously, with everything on, and literally build one for me. So we'll do that one on stream, definitely. Forgot why I was talking about the Xbox original then. I don't know whether we had a plan or whether I started thinking about Halo and totally forgot what I was going to say. If I was going to say something, I can't remember what I was going to say now. I started thinking about playing Halo on Legendary on the original Xbox. Right, I can close down JRunner now. That's all done, pretty sure. I'll pack this out of the way. Oh yeah, Xbox originals over here. I can pick them up for £5 if I'm lucky. £50 is an expensive one. So that's another good thing. The Xbox originals are so cheap for me, and yet I sell them for like £1,000 plus when it's maxed out. I think like 1,000 and something is a maxed out one. So it gives you the time to do the full work, the full recap, pay costs on all the mods, the 4TB hard drive. Well, it used to be 4TB. I've got the full library down to 2TB now. That is a big expense as well. Then you've got the StarTech adapters, the IDEs, and obviously the expertise of all the months that it's taken to learn what you do. So you don't just sell for the value of the parts. If you want to sustain the business, then obviously you put your premium on. But we sell consoles now regular, £1,000 plus. I've sold 4 Amiga 1200s for 1.4k in the last 3 weeks alone. We sold PS2s for I think £300 each. We sold 5 of them this week. So the maxed out and premium market now for us is really good, because I think people are starting to realise that, like, we didn't want to work for peanuts either. We were like, I've built this up for like 7 years now, I think, and we were flat. We've always been flat out, but we were sometimes working at a loss. Like how long I'd spend repairing consoles and doing things. I'd be working for nothing. Like there's no point. I've got a software business. I'd make tons of money doing that if I want to, and this is like an enjoyable thing. So we've now made it where it's enjoyable but also profitable, and people are quite happy to pay for that sort of expertise. So yeah, our stuff is now definitely not the cheapest, but we've built a reputation, so we still get the work. That's the good thing, and it allows you to give better customer service, spend more time on things. If things go wrong, you're not losing money, so your business isn't struggling because something's gone unexpectedly wrong on a console, and you've got to if you were working for on the border, when things go wrong, you're losing money. Whereas now, we work in a decent profit that lets us relax and focus on the business, basically. This is, where's the 360? There. We've got so many consoles in bits at the minute. I think this was the next thing is a point as well. Does certain motherboards to keep away from. On the Xboxes, 1.6s are the only ones. It's kind of a double-edged sword. So 1.6s are newer, but you just have to do an LPC rebuild. And then if you want to upgrade the RAM, the 1.6s don't have the extra RAM sockets, but in the same breath, it's quite easy to make an adapter with modern RAM on that sits on top. There's pros and cons, but I personally prefer the 1.2s to 1.4s, basically. Yeah, get Rusty helping. He'll be charged way more. He'll be like a bag of treats an hour. I even keep them here, so when I need to bribe him, we've got some treats for him. He come in. Oh yeah, yesterday when the stream failed due to this camera here. Funnily enough, at the same time, it was almost fate. One, I'd got the new Sage machine and an oven, so that definitely wasn't why I didn't stream. That I got excited about a coffee machine. It did genuinely break, but I'd got that had been delivered that I wanted to go and play with. I'd got Rusty that decided for no reason to come in this room and just bark at me non-stop. Like, I mean, literally non-stop. I was like, just fuck off. I was ready to get on stream and he just would not go away. So that was happening. The camera had failed. Zach was still working. I was like, oh, just everything was going on. So it was almost like, I think if it had come on yesterday, I wouldn't have been focused anyway. I think if I managed to get on stream, I wasn't in a clear headspace. It was just one of them afternoons. So luckily, today's gone a bit more smooth. But yeah, he'll be waiting for me in a minute, I'm sure. Yeah, I've got a 4TB for the Xbox with the emulators on, and I've stopped offering that one though, but I've got a 2TB with just the games library, no emulators on, and that just about fits. So it makes it a lot cheaper for the customers, basically, because 4TB is obviously a lot of money to buy them. Yeah, has anybody actually done? Because again, one of the things I rarely do. This is VA0 Sega Saturn. I don't even bother selling the region-free BIOSes because I just never got round to it. We didn't do enough. So I sell the SOP BIOSes, but the DIP package ones, so these nice big ones, I have programmed them a while ago, but it's been that long I can't remember. And I know the SOP BIOSes, you byte swap the original BIOS. So obviously that's what they are and that's what we sell them at. But I can't remember, and I'm sure I didn't byte swap the DIP BIOSes. I'm sure the Sega Saturn VA0s don't have byte swapped BIOSes for the DIP package. But if anybody just happens to know if that's true or not, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to burn one that isn't byte swapped. And then when I build this up, if it doesn't work, I'll byte swap it and see and make notes. But I've kind of forgot if this is meant to be byte swapped or not. Yeah, Etsy. Etsy's the reason I got sued by Sega, I think it was. So I'd watch out on Etsy. Etsy's terrible for lawsuits, especially this time of year. Basically, they employ big firms to sweep Etsy, look for anything counterfeit, and try and, if there's any business of any size with any turnover, then that's where they get you. So yeah, I literally got in a huge lawsuit with Sega due to Etsy. Program at T56 EGECU, so it's a really popular programmer that can program tons. I can pull it up over here so you can see what I'm doing. That one. So obviously, if you have the T48, I think it is, the cheaper one, I've got both. You need an adapter. You can't just plug this specific chip in. 27C400, you have to plug in like a little adaptery thing, whereas the T56 can do, all the stuff. So I'd go with a T56, but they are a bit expensive. I've got the AM27C400 already loaded in. Otherwise, you select the IC and then type in the IC. Uncheck ID, because sometimes these are fake from China and they rebrand them. They're fully capable and working most of the time, but they might have, say, an AM27C400, and they rebrand it and it's an ST, or the other way around. So this might be, say, an ST version as opposed an AM. So I just uncheck check ID at the bottom, so it ignores that fact. And then if I load up, I've got the BIOSes. So I've got the byte swap stops all here. We know they work. We've sold tons and I've installed tons. But the normal, you notice I haven't wrote byte swapped. So this was ages ago when I made these. So like 19th of June, July last year. I can't remember. I genuinely can't remember whether these were the working ones or whether I'd ended up byte swapping them. So this is a not byte swapped BIOS, and I think this works fine. So if we program, maybe this will work first time. Oh, looks like it's going to work. Yeah, the stream works anytime for me. I've got a... is anything wireless? No, it isn't. How does this thing connect to USB? Yeah, so I've got... I can't kind of see, maybe. Let me do this. Oh, this is going to try track me. No, you won't see me there. I was going to pick up this camera and kind of go around, but basically, behind where you can't see, outside, I've got a wall of Xbox Originals. But yeah, they're not that expensive, and you should be able to source one, hopefully. If not, then I could always potentially send you one. I don't know how many I've got left that are definitely working, which is ideally what you want, but I'd personally probably just buy a fully working one, so you know you've got a working one to start with. But yeah, just let us know in the Discord for that. Right, that's programmed successfully, so that's how you program the chips anyway. And then we'll see if this works when I build it up. I've got to do an FRAM mod as well. And then a FENRA. But the FENRA's ready to go, so there's not much to do on that one. Hey, welcome in. We've just been scheduling all the future sub-only streams. Well, not all of them, but we've started some. So if you go to Retro 6, let me pull it up over... Oh, where's that gone? Let me pull it up over this screen here. Pull that up. If you go to Retro 6 YouTube streams, you can see the scheduled ones here. If I refresh, I think we've put some more in. So there, we've scheduled them in, and on Twitch. The idea will be Tuesday afternoons, we said, so 4:30 in the UK PM for Tuesday afternoons, and then Wednesday mornings at 6:30. They're the regular time slots we're going to try and hit. And then we'll see if that works for most people, and we can always tweak the times based on, we like we said, we kind of probably can't please every single time zone with realistic times for me in the UK. I don't really want to go past into like the 5, 6, 7 PMs, because then I'll be streaming till 8, 9 o'clock at night, and doing that regular isn't going to be the best, basically. So we're sticking with these times for now. You can see we've got... is that tomorrow? Yeah, so in the morning tomorrow I'm going to go over some of the equipment that we use, well, pretty much all the equipment on my desk. Go over that in general, what it's for, why I need it, equipment overview. And then next Tuesday we'll go over like using the multimeter and bench power supply, so every feature on there, every mode on there, how to use it, why you'd use it, all that good stuff. Then the Wednesday morning we're killing stuff with hot air. So basically going to teach you how to use the hot air rework station. So obviously, like, I've got the big hot air. I think I'm not going to teach you how to use the micro hot air that I've just brought. So this thing, baby micro, because I've got nowhere near enough experience yet. I brought it a couple of days ago and I'm still learning. I know it's awesome. We found a great way of desoldering, cleaning out solder holes with it. But yeah, I am absolutely nowhere near ready and proficient enough to even guide people on using that yet. I'm still learning myself, but we'll do like a micro hot air lesson once I've used it enough, and I can confidently give you an idea, basically, of how to use that. And then we have trace repair after that, and that's as far as I'm booking up front, because we just want to see, firstly, if those times work for enough people, if we're happy with them. Why is that not hiding? There we go. It's not hiding the screen for me. There we go. Yeah, so that's basically what we've been covering. I've just been working on an Xbox 360 while we chat, and a Sega Saturn. I'm just kind of getting on with a little bit of work as we chat. But the goal of this stream was just basically introduce you to make sure it works, get everybody in, and plan the next ones. But I think we've got a good idea. We've got another idea is we want to get one or two of you guys on as like an actual audio over, or even a little mini camera over if you wanted to have like a kind of a podcasty sub-stream. I think that'd be good as a general and regular thing, having more than just me talking to myself on screen. Anyone that wants to jump on the audio on any streams can just let me know, and that'd be really cool to just have, like, say, the banter, the back and forward banter. It's a huge part, I think. Yeah, definitely let me know on. Like I say, the elite members on Discord is the best place to chat when we're not live on stream as well. So I might even do like a custom overlay for the sub-onlys because, well, I don't know. I'd have to mess more with the streams, but I'm thinking like we could do different overlays, but it kind of works because it's telling us how many subs we have and how many viewers we've got in the chat. So probably actually just keep that the same. But yeah, the audio thing I'm really keen on getting somebody, you know, on stream, basically. Yeah, Avalonia would work 100%. I've just made. Let me put this back a second, and then I'll just show you some. You might not have seen it because I've only shown it off once. But I've just done a wrong way. I've done a series on Angel 6 YouTube. I'm sure most of you know I've got Angel 6 as well. I'm a software developer and I've got an Angel 6 channel. And I did over the weekend a whole 7-part video series on how to make some UI for this multimeter up here. Let me just turn him on. So I have... I don't think there's any way of showing... Actually, I can spin this camera around forcefully. Let's grab him. Oh, of course I can't. Can I lift this off him in? No, I've stuck him down. Why is every camera I've got... Oh, is that it there? See, you can just about see it. So see that multimeter that's turning on? Both of my cameras, where my equipment is behind there, I'm going to have to do something about it. I can't aim any camera at. We need like a floating... I'll probably put my phone on Android Summit, Droid Cam I think it's called. So you can kind of aim around. But yeah, I've got a multimeter over there. I've got the probe leads. What colour are they? Black, red. I've got the probe leads here, which aren't long enough at the minute. I'm waiting for extension leads there. And I wrote some software that I can pull up on stream. So if I close them two down, the only thing is at the minute, you can see it on stream there now at the top. If I overlay the computer screen, I'll turn that off for now. If I drag this over, because of the DPI settings on the different monitors, the small monitors, bigger DPI, you kind of see this overlay, there's no devices, this is this window cropping in that you shouldn't really see over the top. But yeah, this is the software I see. The better way of seeing it is if I drag it over here, hide that, and then we spin this camera around. This was like the easier way to show you what I'm seeing. I'm just looking at this stream here, and then I've got this here that I can control now. I'll turn this on so you can see this, but I can see it as well. I connect this, and this is the IP address to that multimeter, and now it's connected to the multimeter and live. And obviously, if you weren't looking at this screen here, I can toggle modes. This is now an ammeter. I can go to measuring capacitance, and if I move this away, you can see, you guys then just see a nice overlay. So maybe we go to like that, and you can see now capacitance. I can do, say, continuity like this. It toggles the mode. There we go. And then I've now got this cool feature where we've got a nice continuity tester on screen. And like I say, I've wrote this software. So one idea was, if we went to, say, the temperature probe, this changes with temperature. So this isn't a temperature probe, so you can see this has got nothing to do with temperature. It's resistance between the two probes. But if I touch them together, low resistance is 20C, and then as it gets higher, you can see the colour changes. I said like what we could have as a temperature, that if it goes above 300, you could have like a Charizard animation kick in. We'd probably get kicked off stream for that, but you get the idea. We're in complete control of that. So doing Avalonia for the Handtech interface is 100% doable, basically. Winamp logo, no, I actually made that logo. It's on youtube.com/angel6, and then it's the I can't remember what I called it. As a playlist, it'll be, obviously you'll see that logo on there. Let me have a look what it was called. Playlists. To do 2-day complete Avalonia app dev, basically. I show you even how to design and draw that logo. But yeah, it does look a bit Winampy, but it was meant to be, you know, electric, like mains voltage symbol. Yeah, pulling shade. Yeah, I knew you were joking, but it was also. I do think it does look like Winamp. It's when you've said it, it is actually proper reminiscent of Winamp. I kind of like. I wanted to go with the colours. Like the orangey when I was designing this and it was going orange. I really liked the orange, but the whole point was the electric symbol is like yellow, so I didn't want to go too far out the way and, you know, make it just because I liked the colour of it. The purpose of doing the lightning bolt was meant to be that it looks like, you know, electricity. Sega Saturn, yeah, I'm just mulling through bits as we're talking, but this is something I'm working on. Just got the region-free BIOS I've just programmed. It's got a FRAM which I put somewhere. I think it's behind me now. And FRAM is normally, see, this is a VA0, but I don't normally work on. Where is the FRAM on this one? There's a point. Where's the FRAM? There, I think it's right by it. Yeah, I think that's maybe the FRAM, but I'll double check. Yeah, I even remember that. I was about to say, as soon as that popped up. Thing is, Winamp was just pretty much all. It was linked right at the time of piracy as well, so it was 100% linked in with. Memories for me were just memories of obviously pirating albums as well. That's pretty much what Winamp got tied in with. Let me just grab a socket for that. I might as well chuck him in now. Please refrain from using foul language. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we can turn them bots off for members only. Maybe we should be able to. I've just grabbed that out and didn't even check the size. Yeah, just grabbed the right one. Didn't even check. Now I say I've grabbed the right one. Yeah, I have. That should fit through. Yep, snug. Yeah, there we go. Right, I guess we'll solder this in. Then I think we've figured out what we're going to do anyway. We've got the schedule, we've got the idea. If anybody wants to jump on with some kind of dual audio and figure out how we do that, should be fairly simple to figure out. Will I need headphones for that? Yeah, I'll need to put headphone in, earpiece for the audio, which I don't mind. But then obviously if it comes through stream, all you guys will hear echoes. But yeah, if I put headphones in, have a normal call, thinking this through, like a Discord. See, you could do a Discord video chat where everybody's in, but that's going to get chaotic. I think, but if we did a like a Discord one-on-one with whoever wanted to join at the time, I just put earphones in and I then. Yeah, I've got to do some audio routing to figure that one out. There'll be a way of doing it, but I do think that's a really good idea. You know, having a bit of back and forward chat while we're doing the streams. Maybe it won't work all the time, like if I'm doing dedicated training or showing off something, I might need to focus. But all depends. You could kind of sit casually and then just, you know, have the odd chat. Whereas other streams, it would just be good to have chat, like, because that's part of like the point of sub only stuff is to be able to actually get one-on-one time with the fewer people. So. Video channel, I don't know that I've got one on there. If we have, it's never used anyway. But yeah, there's there's a video channel as well. We just need somebody to want to try it out and pick a time. We could also do like almost just a just chatting, like an actual just chatting sub-only stream where we do it for that. So any time that works for whoever else is wanting to join in, we could just do a dedicated stream for that. And again, maybe just like an hour-long stream just to try it out and say, just got no specific topic. It's just come on and chat, and I'll do some work while we're chatting. But yeah, I definitely think that's a really good idea. I'm liking the thought of getting a bit more interactive than just you guys listening to me talk to myself, basically. That's that. I'm defo going to get some food in a minute. I'm going to be using that Sage oven in a minute. Do some chips, and I think I'm going to do like Nando style chicken. I'm just going to get chicken breast, coat them. Maybe, I don't know whether, not spatchcock them because it's just chicken breast, but cut them in half. I don't know, like, what do you even call the chickens when you just split them in half? Butterfly. Don't know whether like butterfly the chicken breasts, and so they got more coating, and air fry them so they're nice and crispy, or whether leave them as like whole breasts for trying to keep a bit of the juice in. I'm just going to do that and chips in it, see how well they come out. Yeah, we can do the elite members call. I'm just thinking if there's too many people and we're all talking over each other. I mean, there might not be. A lot of people will kind of sit and listen, but if there's too many people, I'm just thinking it might get a bit unfocused. But we could always try it. We could just like literally try it on Discord, even without a stream, and see if it works. If that's what you're thinking, like not necessarily even a stream, just opening the chat up. It'd definitely work well, especially once we start doing things and there's more questions. Like if we start diagnosing Game Boys and you've got more questions after, and there's going to be more than one person with that kind of question, then yeah, that'd probably work too, I think. Yeah, you probably just spotted that. You're not joking, you will need ID soon to buy coffee, get on streams. I'm sure I had something through the other day. An email off a random company. Oh, we need to prove your ID, and it's like something I've not used in 5 years. I've got no intentions of giving you my ID. So I don't know what's going on with all this ID stuff. So that is the socket on. Zoom out a bit. So the good thing with this one is because I'm using a brand new, well, it is an old chip, but brand new, the legs are going to be nicely in line. Because the only downside to using these term pinned adapters is they're an absolute nightmare to get chips in. If the existing ones that don't bend, they've already been pre-bent. You can literally spend 5 to 10 minutes trying to fit the chip. Realise you can't even see what I'm doing anyway. You can spend like 5 to 10 minutes trying to fit this chip into the socket, but luckily, unused new old stock like this, even though you still have to fiddle it to get it in, it's a lot easier. It's the only downside to them. That's on one side. Push back. And go to that side. And you normally end up bending at least one leg when you do this and then starting again. Rarely goes completely to plan. There we go. Hey, first time it worked. Yeah, so that's that in. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. like an actual podcast. We could even start a podcast. It's just another thing that I'd have to find time to do though. But yeah, we can start start like an elite members little chat once we've done a few streams, just for everybody to be able to speak up if they want, basically, and just introduce each other and have general convo. It's not a bad idea at all. And then if we do a video podcast, we're gonna have to bring Rusty in and get him a chair or a bed. He can be the little office pug on stream. Get that Rusty Cam stream going. Right, so that's in. I'm not going to program the others until I know this one works. And then when it does, I might list these for sale, because people have been asking, not many people, but the odd person has been asking for the Sega Saturn BIOS, because we don't sell. Like, I brought them all with the intentions to sell, and then I just never bothered. Oh yeah, with the sub-only streams, are we bothered about, not that it matters too much, but are we bothered about the vertical stream? How many people are watching on the vertical versus the horizontal? Because obviously Twitch will definitely be horizontal, I'd say. And I think I only stream horizontal on there. But does anybody on YouTube actually use the vertical? I'm just thinking it would save a little bit of bandwidth. I don't know if it would matter or not. I'm just thinking less bandwidth, less distraction of two screens. I could do the sub-only streams as not dual as well if everybody's on horizontal. If anybody's on the vertical, then I'll just leave them both enabled anyway. And I think, to be honest, it'll actually it'll tell me when I end the stream how many people were actually on the vertical, to be honest. So I don't know. Might even tell me now if I go to live. Where's my mouse? Yes, there is actually 9 people on the vertical. So, jeez, tired. That's what happens when you get up at 3 in the morning. I'll keep both of them enabled. Like I say, there's not a massive difference, so I might as well do that. So I will see. I'm going to get some food cooking now because everybody's waiting for me for food. I'll see everybody, well, whoever can make it tomorrow in the morning to go over equipment. And then for those of you that made this time, I'll be doing this time on Tuesday. And then obviously I'll be doing normal streams as well in between that, but it'll be nice to have these more dedicated streams. And again, you see when I'm working away, I've usually got a goal to work away at something, and I'm not that focused on the chat. So having the sub-only streams is a lot more about the chat and, you know, seeing what you guys want to learn and see. So it definitely works good. And yeah, it's been good to see everybody for the first one jump on, even though the first one should have been yesterday. It seems to have worked nice, and nothing's gone wrong with the camera setup, which is good. So yeah, I will catch everybody in Discord in between now and the next stream. If you want to obviously chat, just jump on Discord and go to the Elite Members chat. That's where we'll kind of chat about the sub-only streams. If you have any ideas, anything you want to change, anything you want to see, definitely let us know. We've only got about 5 streams booked in, so we definitely want to try and think ahead of what we want to see and get them booked in. And then again, thanks for all supporting, you know, the streams, because obviously I make no money doing this in terms of the extra time for doing the streams. So the fact that you guys are actually, you know, paying to see this, I know it's very small at the minute, but it does help, and it does give us kind of a bit of incentive as well to realise that, you know, you could be paid to help people out. I know I do a business as well, but like I say, the streams genuinely take me 3 times longer on stream to do any job that I'm doing. I literally worked out the other day when I was doing, I've done 3, I built 3 of these in the new 1A6 that have just come in. Built 3 of them in 15 minutes. And when I do them on stream, these take me about 45 minutes because, I don't know, just must be chatting, distracting, showing off. So it does help that you guys actually support the streams. So much appreciated, and I will catch everybody tomorrow, I'm sure. Oh, we just got a new member just at this time. That's pretty cool. So I don't know whether he'll be managing to jump in on the stream, but he'll certainly see the next one, and you can watch this back on the VOD. And then yeah, we got the little 34 pop up. I don't know why it says 34 as well, because I think we've got I think there was 10 on Twitch and 20 on YouTube, so we've actually got 30. But that sub count thing is it listens to events and fires off, so it's not super accurate, but it's we've got like 31 now, so it's still worth it. So yeah, thanks for joining in, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow or on Discord. Hey, welcome in, Kyle. Glad you figured it out. We just wrapped up, so I'm just heading off now, but we've scheduled in a bunch of sub-only lives. One's tomorrow at 6:30. The next one's then Tuesday at a similar time to this. You can watch this back on VOD as well if you want to catch up. And then if you link it in with Discord, link your YouTube in with Discord, and you'll get invited to Elite members where you'll see all the other members, and you can chat there as well. So just literally as you've got in, we're just going off. But thank you for joining, and I'll see you in the next one.